Since childhood, we keep on hearing of IQ, intelligence quotient. This person's IQ is very high, this person is very bright, so this person is going to be very successful in life. Does that really happen? And the answer is no. Okay, let me give you an example. Suppose there is this doctor who is very qualified, a very good doctor, very knowledgeable, but whenever he talks to his patient, he is always very rude. If his patient asks him questions, he gets irritated. He is very arrogant. On the other hand, there is another doctor who has the same number of years of experience, same qualifications, but he is very calm and composed. He answers all the questions that the patient asks. So obviously, which doctor would you choose? The second one, right? It's same when it comes to friends, when it comes to teachers, or what type of a boss would you like to have? What type of a junior would you like to have whom you would guide? Well, you know what is the difference between the first doctor and the second doctor? Both of them have very high IQ, but the second doctor has very high EQ, and that really matters. EQ is emotional quotient. That means how much emotional intelligence do you have? Is it important only for adults? No, not at all. EQ is very important for students as well. Think of a student who is very intelligent, very hardworking, but gets very nervous. The student gets very tensed. He or she has a lot of anxiety. What will happen? This student will make careless mistakes in the exam. Another bitter truth, students. Well, I don't want it to happen, but it will happen in each and everyone's life, and that is failure. Whether it's personal life or professional life, some dreams will not come true. But a person who has high level of emotional intelligence will be able to bounce back. It is the intelligence that helps you to understand your emotions and to handle them, and also to understand the emotions of others. High level of emotional intelligence means very good performance, whether at school, college or work. Okay, fine. So we have understood that. But now, how to develop or increase my emotional intelligence or my EQ, my emotional quotient? You can do it very easily. You just need to work on the 5 things that make emotional intelligence, the 5 pillars of emotional intelligence. Okay, so what are these 5 pillars, these 5 things that make emotional intelligence? Number 1 is self-awareness. Suppose I tell you, describe yourself, and you say, I am a student, or I say, I am a teacher. That is really not self-awareness. Self-awareness means you really need to know yourself well. You need to think about yourself, introspect, and you need to know about your feelings, your emotions. Number 2 is self-management. That is how you manage yourself every day on a day-to-day basis. Meaning how you manage your emotions, your mood, your behavior, your feelings. How we interact with so many people throughout the day and how we have so many different feelings and emotions throughout the day, isn't it? The third one is empathy. Now here there is a difference between sympathy and empathy. Suppose I see a person without limbs. I look at the person and I feel bad for him. That is sympathy. But suppose I see a person without limbs and I imagine myself in that position and I feel the pain of the person, the problems the person will face, the helplessness of the person, the difficulties of the person. That is empathy. You know what? We all want empathetic people in our lives who will really understand us. But how many of us are really empathetic? So you need to develop empathy. Why? Because just like you want to be surrounded by empathetic people, if you are empathetic, other people would always want you in their lives. Number four is internal motivation. Internal motivation means your drive. You know what? Whatever we do in life, we need a drive. For example, there is a chocolate which I want to have, or there is a movie that I want to watch. For that also, I need a drive. Now, for some things, we need a little more, a greater drive. Like maybe I have to study a topic which I don't like at all, a subject that I really hate or I'm scared of, or maybe I have to learn something which is very challenging, like maybe I have to learn swimming. So in this case, many people give up. But those who have high level of emotional intelligence, they will have higher level of drive. They will not give up. So this drive will always help them to win, to be successful in life. So develop that. Number five, last but not the least, handling relationships. Your social skills. We have so many relationships in our lives, isn't it? And every day we need to handle them. That means we need to also handle so many moods and emotions of so many people. How to do that? How to build new relationships? How to solve conflicts or misunderstanding or tension between you or and anyone, your friend or your relative, anyone. All these five things together form emotional intelligence. And from now on, you start working on it. Consciously give importance to these things. You know why? Because if you really want to be successful, along with IQ, you really need to have very high level of EQ, emotional quotient. Then not only will you be very successful as a student, but also when you grow up, you will have a very successful personal life as well as professional life. So what do you think about emotional intelligence and EQ? Do tell me in the comment section. If you want to know more, do write to me in the comment section. You can contact me on my Facebook page, Twitter as well as Instagram. Well, if you're a student, teacher or a parent, do subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the bell icon. If you like this video, do click the like button and share it with your friends. All the best for a bright future.